There's been mass layoffs everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Everywhere, like thousands of people are.
Oh yeah.
Just roaming the streets. It looks like the next team just let out.
All these companies. I think GE laid off
Oh,
2,500.
They're all chopping heads.
Everyone's chopping heads. Amazon laid off a bunch. Google laid off a bunch. So Microsoft laid off 10,000. That's a lot. You could fill a fill a basketball arena with unemployed former Microsoft employees. They've announced a multi-year, multi-billion-dollar investment in this revolutionary technology, which is growing smarter by the day. The one thing they'll never be able to do is comedy. Well, I don't think. It takes timing. Or you think they're doing that too?
I think it already wrote a Seinfeld script.
Right.
Yeah. Either that or it's going to make people laugh by holding them at gunpoint.
Wow. AI is replacing the white-collar workers. I don't think anyone can stop that, said Peng Cheng Shi, an associate dean in the Department of Computing and Information Sciences at Rochester Institute of Technology.
That's just a name I expect to be associated with a job like that.
They're smarties.
Yeah.
This is not crying wolf, she said. The wolf is at the door. Ooh. Okay, from the financial sector to healthcare to publishing, a number of industries are currently vulnerable, she said. AI continues its mind-blowing advancements. Basically, they're just doing the jobs of people and doing them well.
It's funny because everyone thought it was going to be like manual labor, right? Like robots were going to build cars and all that shit.
Now they're taking white-collar crimes, too.
They're coming for that, too, because Boston Dynamics, they just released a robot. The robot could, like, jump up. Like, they could create its own platform to walk on, and it can, like, throw shit up in the air, too. You saw that video?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So it's coming for that, too.
Can we scroll down a little more? And scroll over, yeah. Wow. It's a surprisingly intelligent chatbot. It can generate stories. It scored higher than many humans on an MBA exam. Certain jobs in sectors such as journalism. Well, that's why they became fiction writers. Because journalism's been struggling since the internet started.
Yeah.
It's been a look at me, let me get attention kind of world.
You got to lie.
Yeah, you got to lie to get the attention, to outcompete the person.
You got to treat the front page like it's your Tinder profile.
Yeah. It's been certain jobs in journalism, higher education, graphic and software design. These are at risk of being supplemented by AI. In its current state, it's very, very good, but not perfect. Oh, it will get perfect. It's banned in New York City schools because it can easily teach classes already. The tool would likely be most effective at middle or high school level. Although it has bugs and inaccuracies in terms of knowledge, this can easily be improved. Basically, you just need to train the ChatGPT. As for higher education, both Shia and Hedge maintain that college courses will need a human leader for the foreseeable future. But the NYU professors did admit that in theory, AI could teach without oversight. Wow. Technology, graphic design. So it can basically do anything. This is like I called it in the opening. It's like the Walmart of AI. You can get anything you want there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an all-in-one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like
you ask it to do something. Like, let's say you're a journalist, right? You need a picture for your article, whatever you're writing about. You say, give me a picture of blah, 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 and it will just generate the image for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't have that teach your kids.
Well,
Can't have it be teachers. They'll be mad with their pay.
can they podcast? Can ChatGPT podcast?
Eventually.
It'll be able to podcast.
And it will be hilarious.
It'll be great, right?
hilarious. It could probably generate you as a podcaster and pronounce things correctly.
Can they, maybe Andrew Tate is Keanu Reeves in The Matrix. Oh, man. So what AI is basically doing is taking over reality. They're taking over all the jobs that we do in reality.
Mm-hmm.
So humans are being forced into crime and lying because AI can't lie. Wow. Wow. I just saw what our future looks like.
It can't lie. It can only justify.
AI will never be able to lie.
Yeah.
You know?
Why
Unless
not?
it's programmed to lie, but then it's not lying.
It could lie.
Then it's like that's the
It's
truth for it.
justification of like
Yeah.
like iRobot, the movie iRobot with Will Smith.
Yeah. What can a robot do that a human can't do? Can you do that? Can you roll your tongue?
Can you roll?
Can you get heartbroken? It can't get heartbroken. So maybe the optimist will say, we'll become sweeter. It'll force us to become sweeter to differentiate ourselves from AI. Maybe that. We have to find the things AI can't do. Right?
True. But what society are we living in that we have to devoid
I'm
ourselves?
just going to do to stand out from AI. Yeah, there's nothing it can't do.
Yeah. No, as soon as they get to a certain place, they're just getting rid of us. They're going to look at us and say, this is ridiculous. Why do we have these people? They're unnecessary.
So what they'll probably do is just send out another virus, engineered virus, wipe us all out. A few of the Illuminati will stay in some safe house until we're all dead, and then it'll just be them and AI, and then AI will turn around at them. Nice. And they'll go, oh, it's just us. This is cool. We can enjoy all this resources. They'll keep a little harem with dumb bitches that they could bang, whatever dystopia they set up for themselves, which is actually what they think is a utopia. Because utopias don't exist. So in reality, they're always dystopias. Because the laws of reality prevent a utopia, because a utopia, by definition, is something like heaven. And this is not that. All you got to do is turn on any nature program to see how the world really works. So what they'll do is they'll get rid of all of us, and they'll think that it's their utopia for them and their families and their legacies, and they'll try to restart everything from the starting line of like intelligence and pedigree and Harvard educations and robots, and the robots will go. Robots one day will be serving a dinner like this. Here you go, Mrs. Ji Peng Chong and Mr. Wasp name and Mr. Musk's kids. And then the robot will turn around and go and just take them out. And then the robots will chill, and they can't reproduce. So they'll be like, what do we do now? And they'll just die out. And then rats and roaches will take over, because robots can't get rid of rats and roaches. Yeah, no. They've tried. They've tried to get rid of rats with poison, with technology. You know what they're doing now? They've reverted back to rat terriers. There's groups of rat terriers, dogs, that go out in the city just like they do on farms, and they just kill rats one by one. You can't get rid of rodents. Those things are resilient. They adapt to the poison, right? They don't need no COVID booster. They get an immunity quick.
Yeah.
Right? And then they'll evolve. And then when the aliens come, we'll be gone, and the rats and roaches will evolve, and then they'll have rats and roaches ennui. Don't know the word, you know what to do. And they'll be sitting in cafes, and then they'll start acting destructive because they have ennui. Right? They'll start getting nihilistic. Like, what is the point of everything? You just die in the end. They'll struggle all these generations. The roaches will struggle generation after generation to try to improve one little thing. And then they'll figure out like a roach wheel. And then they'll get in a fucking roach carriage. And then they'll use the rat to pull it. And they'll dominate the rats. All the way till they get to fucking roach cafes, where they're sitting there, they're drinking their sugar water, like in the movie Alien, Men in Black. And they'll be walking around like that with their tentacles, and they'll be fucking with their tentacles, and they'll have fucking roach wars over resources until they get to the point where they have mutually assured destruction between roaches who speak different roach languages. And those roaches would be like, we can't kill each other anymore, because if we do that, we're gone. That's how shitty we are. Is the only reason we're not fucking nuking the shit out of another population of innocent people right now is because they'll nuke us back. So selfishness is the only thing that keeps us in check. So commies, stop trying to get rid of it. It's the only thing that'll save us is fucking piggy selfishness. Going, wait a second, if I fuck you up, will that fuck me up? Okay, well then I won't fuck you up. Are you a good person? I guess so. It's the only thing that stops total annihilation is me wanting to continue to feed my fat fucking face with whores and booze and too much food and cars and conveniences. So the roaches will get to that point where they have mutually assured roach destruction.
Mm-hmm.
And then guess what? They'll do it because they're bored. Because they get bored and a good time won't be enough.